Welcome back for our routine session. The last time we met, we were able to know what child labor is and also differentiate between child labor and child work and the various forms of child labor and the hazardous forms of child labor. Today we shall be looking at saving. What is saving? Saving is putting aside something for future use. Or in simple terms, we normally say is sacrificing current consumption for increasing future consumption. Many people do saving and sometimes they don't get to know that they're already doing saving. So saving is putting aside some money or resources for future needs, or what we normally say, sacrificing current consumption for increasing the future need. So when we do that, we are thinking about tomorrow. We are thinking about using the resources sparingly so that tomorrow or the next day we are able to still use the same resource. So why should we save? Like from the definition, you save to use it in the future so that you can invest from the little that you have been putting together. Like we say, bit by bit make a bundle. So next time you want to use the resources, you can do investment. You can save to cater for emergency. What you don't think might come your way, but if you have something put aside, it will help you in the future. So that is why you and I save, to provide for the future. And this can be done in various forms. The various forms of saving can be, some of us buy assets. You buy goats, you buy chicken, and this chicken keeps multiplying. You have bought a chicken, but in the end of it all, you have saved that money which you would have spent sometime. And this chicken or goats, when they multiply in future, and you remember how you are able to decide to use this money to buy such an asset, it gives you more hope to do more things in future. We have seen in our areas, many people have planted trees. These trees, when in the future you want to construct, you don't now buy them. You will now harvest them, or you want to meet any need in your household, there are people who can buy this. And if you are not put this money aside by planting these trees, you would spend extremely highly. One of the things that most people do not realize is that as we do investment, we have put capital. We are eating from the profit, portion of the profit, and reinvest every time we are doing this. The actual capital is multiplying and we are surviving on the profit or part of the profit. That is also a form of investment. Now, having known what are the various forms of saving, where then can we save? We have seen in our places there are people who save in the house, under the pillow, somewhere in the house. Some people dig a hole somewhere or a box somewhere in the house. That one you are saving as an individual. But there are also people who belongs to group and they go and save in what we call Village Savings and Loan Association. There are also people who are members of a circle, saving and credit cooperatives that we have in our locality. And for those who can afford, there are those who can also save in the bank. To summarize all this, you need to save in a safe place. You don't just need to save anywhere. If you are in a grass thatch house, you are saving in the house, fire can gut the house and you lose your saving. The security of our saving is very much important. So as we look at where to save, we need to know which is the most appropriate place for us to save. So, save where you can trust. And for us, having learned on what is saving, you need to now have what is your saving goal and how do you plan to save from now onwards. We need to know what we want by setting our saving goal. Knowing what you want encourages you to work more. It makes you put down what you need in what we call a saving goal. Why am I saving? I want to build a house. What am I saving for? I want to go for further studies. What am I saving for? When visitors come, it is embarrassing to sit on a mat. I need some plastic chairs. You see? Your children are growing up. You need to save for them so that when they need to marry, there is something that you have put aside. So these constitute the different elements in our saving goal. So when we already know what are these elements in our saving goals, we need to come up with techniques of how to save. You would want to save in a facility where you trust. You can buy goats, you can rear chicken, you can have kettles, you can buy land if you have some capacity. Or through setting your saving goals, you are able to save to buy land, save to buy goats or cattle. So that makes you to come up with ways of putting something for the future use. When there is a need that arises, you have the first alternative to run to other than going to the third party. It would be good to go to the third party to top up what you need. I need to do this, I have so much, I just need this balance if you can. There it makes it easier for you to be assisted. So you have to save every time you get money, no matter how much, no matter how little the money is. There is no money which is too little, and there is no money which is too much. They say there is no one who is too poor to give, and there is no one who is too rich to receive. So whenever you earn money, you need to save at least 10%. When you earn little, when you get little, you save little. When you get much, you save also much, because this will help you in the near future. Always try to spend less. And that's when you go to a shop, they tell you a price of a commodity, you just don't pull the money. You need to negotiate. You need to argue. Because sometimes even the Batembezi, the people who move around, they start with very high prices. But they can still offer at a lower price. So always try to spend less, and that will help you save more money. And this saving will help you in the near future. As an individual, you have come up with a number of goals. You need to know which one comes first. When you want to achieve all of them at once, it becomes impossible. You need to look at the priorities. When you start with the higher priority, some of the lower goals disappear, and hence you will save some money. And one of the advice is that sometimes these goals need too much money. You also need to put it a longer period of time so that you are able to put slowly by slowly so that it grows. You can have a saving goal of 1 year, a saving goal of 5 years, a saving goal of about 10 years, and you put them together. People don't do things by surprise. They plan for it. And when you plan for it, you can easily do it because you have already put something ready to address a need in future. You need to save for emergency fund. When unforeseen circumstances come, it should not catch you by surprise. It should not get you by surprise. You need an emergency fund where you can look for money for illness, for other things that comes when you have not planned for them. Before you go to the third party, you are able to address this by yourself. So we have talked about saving, but we cannot be sure if our saving is not in a good place. We need to save in a secure place. Like you have a house, you need to put it in a secure place within a house. You belong to a group, you need to save with the people you trust. See? And if there is any financial institution around, look for the product that will encourage you to save, but not product that will keep eating your money. We have circle in our villages. Some of you, as are lucky, we have banks. Let's try to look for the product within those circle and banks or within the VSLA, which helps us to save and have our savings safe. Because it is pointless to save when your saving is exposed and anytime you can lose it. So as we save, and we have members in the household, and we already have a goal, we need to apportion our savings or the contribution based on the capacity of somebody, based on the little earnings. We have talked, children can work during holidays, children can work outside school hours, which does not prevent them from going to school. And their contribution, most especially, is participating in our income generating activities that we operate at home. Make them well aware of, because you still earn when you are out of home because they are tending to your shop. Those are the kind of participation, but not sending children to go and do hard labor outside there because you have a goal to achieve. They have to work long hours, they are paid, and you remove all this money to pay for what you need because you have already set a goal. You need to set a goal, you need to save within your means. And this is very important. We do not want to expose our children into risk. We don't want to see a situation where a mother or a family out there is sending their children for child trafficking, putting their children on street for prostitution because they want the money to do something in the near future. That is not what we are encouraging you to do. We need to have a saving goal, and members of the family need to contribute so that the saving goals are well achieved, and in the near future we are able to do what we need. And that is it for today. The next time we meet, we shall talk about loans. When our saving cannot afford what we want, the next would be a loan. And that is what we shall discuss the next time. Thank you.